Nothing there that we can see. And now we are live on TikTok and YouTube, if you want to pop over there. Yes, AFGY, AGFY, and NMHI, Jeremy, halted for pending news. AGFY, here's some news. AG Agra to acquire 100% of all the outstanding shares of Agrify Corporation. Anybody else got a different press release than what I just read? All I've got is a headline. I don't have, there's no details. I don't know that I've ever seen that press release. AGFY to acquire 100% of all the outstanding shares. Thoughts? Ideas? Thoughts? I don't have any details. All I have is a headline. Anybody have anything that's got any details on it? I would cautiously say that that's probably one of the best NMHI. Miracle ADT to a merger. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you for that. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Sheila on YouTube. Good morning, Jay. Late to the party. $0.45 of a share of Nature's Chemical for each share of Agrify stock, subject to customary benefits based on the fully diluted shares standing. So which one's going to run? That's the question. AGFY or NMHI? We have no idea, do we? All we can do is watch both. I would suspect one of the two is going to run. That usually happens. Yes, it's halted. It was halted pending news, Michael. But we now have the news. And there's a merger there. AGFY and NMHI. So we'll have to wait and see which one of those decides to run. Both of them that are halted, they're the two that are merging. AGFY and NMHI. And of course, Visa. Let's not forget Visa. We took our eyes off the prize there on Visa. for very long, and you're going to miss out. Look at that baby go. 852. That was the big runner from yesterday. And it's still running. Still going strong. Love it. Joe, good morning. Good morning. Well, how many of you caught Weeza this morning with the Wolfpack? Anybody else get in on that? 882 now, 890, 95, 892, 895 again. 917. Boom. Can you say boom? What a beauty. Just in pre-market from 663 to 928. Just in pre-market today. Nice. 931. That is sweet. Oh, so sweet. Hopefully you guys got it. Hopefully you got it. What did we hit? 936. Oh, 938. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yeah, VIAO, that was just kind of a pump and dump. I don't think that's going anywhere this morning. Had a nice run on it earlier, from about 38 cents or so up to 73 cents. So it had a nice little 100% run there, but it's getting a big sell-off. Alex hit his target for the day, so he's done for the day. 7:38 in the morning, and he's already hit his target for the day. That is beautiful. You have a great day, Alex. Looks like 8 o'clock. AGFY and NMHI will release at 8 o'clock. So hopefully everybody will be ready for that. Weeza, Ken took it from 732 to 930. That is beautiful. Guys, good morning. Good morning. Always like seeing you pop in here. Weeza. Todd took it from 678 to 928. Oh, hey, that new AC is a lot more important than the Bazinga Pro. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. What a beauty. Alec is saying good night. Must be late where you're at, my friend. What time is it that you're going to bed? And where are you? Got to get that new AC in. That win today might help pay for that AC. Visa 926 pushing back up again. Let's see if that goes. Indonesia. Wow, we've got somebody from Indonesia with us this morning. Very nice. Vic, yes, I have heard that. I have heard that. That's a good platform. Wow. Very cool. What time is it in Indonesia? 9:50 on Visa. I think we hit 10 before market open. What do you guys think? I think we hit $10 on that. Good night. Darkness bringer. Good night. I think it might want to hit $10. We just smacked $9.95. Is this not absolutely amazing? What a beautiful run on this thing. Good morning. Love to laugh. Good morning to you. Good to have you with us. Philippines. Somebody with us from the Philippines this morning. Absolutely cool. Love seeing all of our overseas friends joining us. That is so cool. We are reaching the world, my friends. We are worldwide. We can actually say that we are worldwide now. The Wolfpack is worldwide. Australia. We've got Australia in the house with us as well. Doesn't get any cooler than that. That is very neat. Lots of different countries in here. That is very cool. Boston in the house. Looking for Visa, following Visa very closely here. Michael Reese, we always welcome the USA. Sandy, France. The Wolfpack is worldwide. $9.91 on Visa. Here comes our 10. 10.04. We just broke 10. Wow. What are we looking at this morning? We are watching Visa and making some cash. Beautiful run from $6 and let's call it $6.65 to be conservative. About $6.65, and we just smacked $10.62. Oh. More Australia. This is very, very cool. What's the ticker? WISA. WISA. Wolfpack has been watching this one all morning long. Terry, did you get rid of your IGC yesterday on that nice little climb up? 1070 we just smacked on Visa. Oh, this is too much fun. 1075 on the ass. 1080. We might as well shoot for 11. We might as well go for $11. Why not, right? Let's set our sights nice and high. Let's pull 100% out of this one. Good morning, T-Bird. 1150. We just... Oh, God. Weeza happy. Old Jar Jar Banks. That's right. Weeza happy. Boom. You guys should have made enough money on this one this morning to stop for the day and be done. Call it good. Call it a day. How beautiful. 966 to 1036. Nice. Very nice. What do we got here? Love to laugh. WISA, yes. It was out of control yesterday. It's out of control this morning. Retail traders, the FOMO is real on this one. They are absolutely going bananas on this. Silver Fox, good morning. Now, remember, we've got Chris Holmgren says it's going to 15 today. We better keep our eyes peeled on this one. Malaysia. James in Malaysia. James, what are you doing in Malaysia? Is that where you're from? Or are you visiting? What a beautiful... James is visiting Malaysia, and he's here with us, here with the Wolfpack this morning. Ryan took Weeza from 652 this morning to 1096. What an absolutely incredible profit. Britain. Raymond's in Texas. We have got people joining the Wolfpack here from all over the place. This is absolutely beautiful. And you're all welcome to be here. Absolutely. Love having you with us. Love having you with us. Remember, we have got a release at 8 o'clock on AGFY and NMHI. They're merging. So that's a merger play. AGFY and NMHI. One of those will not do a whole lot, probably, and one of them will probably go up. Now, which one will do which, I don't know. I can't tell you. But I would suspect, just based on past experience, one of those two should do well. I just don't know which one. So unfortunately, I can't give you that kind of insider information. I wish I could. Invo, what's Invo doing? Invo's, still going sideways. Weeza pushing back up again. How about VIAO coming down still? Spec still coming down. Anybody else running on volume? Don't see anybody running nice on volume. Let's see. CMND, exclusive licensing agreement. CMND licensing agreement for Generation 3.0 psychedelic compounds for the treatment of mental disorders. So it spiked up a little bit on that news and pulled right back down again. So we didn't really miss a whole lot there. Price target changes. Price target changes, those are all fluff news. Price target changes don't do anything. Mo, yes I am. So we're going to keep an eye. We've got about 8 minutes here until those two release that are on hold right now. They're both halted pending the news. And we know what the news is now. We've got a merger between the two companies, AGFY and NMHI. So if I was you, if you have the space on your screen, have two charts, put up two different charts and put each one of those on a chart with level 2 under each one. And watch them both at 8 o'clock. One of them, just based on experience, one of them is probably going to take off and do pretty well. And one of them is probably either going to go flat or maybe drop. Now, it's possible both of them go up. I can't predict that. But just based on my own past experience, I'd say one of them probably is just going to do really nothing. And the other one should do fairly well. All right. But just because, it happens that way in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen that way this time. And that is on AGFY, Zach, AGFY, and NMHI. Just watch both of them. CIS moving up, CISS, CISS. Take a look, take a look. Take a look, CISS. CISS. Nice little pop there. Like the setup. Both would tank. Both of them may tank. That's the idea, though, is to watch both of them at 8 o'clock when they release and see which one is going to move. If I had to put my guesses on it, I'd say NMHI will move. VNDA 490 to 515. Thank you, Jeff. You're very welcome, Greg. Did you get? Yes, I did, Brad. 485 on VNDA. So still in the money on it, but I'm not happy with that amount just yet. I'd like to see a little bit more. Love to laugh. Yes, I'm doing YouTube's, but I'm coming on at 7:30 on YouTube, just like I do on TikTok. Thank you for hitting the follow button, by the way. Thank you very much for hitting the follow button on TikTok. Appreciate it. And thank you for hitting the subscribe button on YouTube. Much appreciated there as well. We're trying to get over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're almost there. We're getting pretty darn close. We're getting a lot closer than I thought, a lot quicker than I thought. Doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Just to hit the button. Doesn't cost a damn dime. And we appreciate it very, very much. Same way on TikTok. Doesn't cost anything to follow. Just hit that follow button. I sound like a used car salesman. The VNDA starting to push back up again. Let's break this 520. Please break this 520. Want to see a nice little profit on this one. Visa pulling back. Crazy, crazy price action on that one. Which is the ticket? I'm not sure what you mean, Alex. AGFY is still halted. NMHI is still halted. They won't release until 8 o'clock. Should have about a 6-second fat cat fever. Should have about 6 seconds. If you're at 10 or higher, you probably just need to refresh your feed there. That should fix it. All right, we've got 45 seconds here. All right, 25 seconds until these two release, and we'll see which one runs. We'll be ready for both of them. NMHI and AGFY. Let's see which one runs, which one does nothing. Maybe both of them will do nothing. Who knows? AGFY popped. NMHI, nothing. There it goes. Now it's starting to get some attention. Who's playing them? Come on. Don't be bashful. Don't be bashful. Everybody had an opportunity on these. Now Everybody had an opportunity on these. We've been talking about them all morning. And I let you know to put both of them up on the screen and watch and make your play. Nothing Gaming, good morning. EZGO popping a little bit. Up and down. You guys play those two stocks while I read off the news here. You do your thing, I'll do mine here and see if we can find something new. Edible. Now, Edible's got some news out. It's on our micro float list. What they're saying is they see their first quarter year-over-year increase of 40%. Increase in produce revenue 40%. Cut herb revenue of over 200%. Increase in cut herb revenue 200%. So we've got news on positive news. I'm not going to say it's great news, but it's positive news on EDBL, which is on our micro float list. Let's see. Terry's saying take a look at ZPTA. ZPTA. I read that one. Commercial expansion with Andretti Global. So it popped up a little bit, came back down. It's back down right now. But you can take a look at that one if you want. ZPTA. GSUN, GSUN. 1 for 10 reverse split. 1 for 10 reverse split. You guys keep watching those two, and I will continue reading off the press releases. I've got a bunch of them. Stock. First quarter. A lot of fluff news. Come on now. CLNN trying to run. But again, keep an eye on the bid and ask price. Don't pay attention to those crazy candles. Don't pay attention to those nutty, crazy candles at 8 o'clock. Focus in on the bid and ask price. All right, really nothing there. How we doing on AGFY? AGFY. How we doing? All right, nice. Very nice. What are you doing? We are stock trading. We're calling out runners to everybody, pointing out press releases, news, anything that's happened to be moving in the market. AGFY. Boy, that got a nice little pump, didn't it? Let me click off some of these press releases, get them out of my hair. All right, Arco, first quarter results. AGFY, Ryan, 37 to 52. Thanks, Jeff. AGFY, Greg, 42 to 53. Nice. Scalped again. AGFY, nice. Perry, AGFY, 39 to 52. Thanks, Jeff. You're very welcome. B. Carter got it from 36.5 to 52.5. Quad to host a first quarter conference call. BFLY, nothing there. Spec moving up. Big B, look at Big B go. AGFY from 35 cents to 53.5 on 20,000 shares. 20,000 shares. Do the math. Terry took it from 44 to 57. I am so happy to see you guys making money on these this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jay. Good to see you with us. Ken took AGFY from 44 to 57. Terry also 44 to 57. IMMP. Nothing there. Let's go back to volume again. Let's take a look at, revisit some of these that we're running this morning. Weeza coming back down. Invo pushing up nicely. INVO pushing up really, really nice. Greg, 41 to 57 on AgFi. David, AGFY, 41 to 57 on 15,000 shares and 42 to 56 on 10,000 shares. Very nice profit taking, guys. Very, very nice. Spec, look at Spec. Spec moving up. Let's take a look at Spec. Starting to spike up here, 97. Again, keep an eye on the bid and ask price. Don't pay any attention to those weird candles. Rye Gable, I'm 7 for 7 this morning. Double my target for the day. Thanks, Jeff and the pack. You are very welcome. I am so happy to hear you guys making money. Any big movers today? Oh my, yes. Over to, we have had some big movers. Spec is doing beautiful. We're in Spec at 91. We're going to see if that one can climb back up over 125. Remember, we talked about edible this morning. I gave you edible and told you that was on our micro float list. It had good news, not tremendous news, not great news, but it had positive news about their financials, their first quarter. And it is a micro float, meaning less than 1 million float. And we all know, the entire Wolfpack knows, when something on the micro float list gets positive news, the first thing we do is we go look at it and we contemplate getting in because we know those things can run. That stock was at $4.92 when I told you that it had positive news on it. And it just hit 577. Nice profit. Nice profit. What time do you go live for the Wolfpack? I go on at 6:45. And I go until about 9:40. Just shy of 3 hours. All right, let's see. Let's revisit. Edible, now it's 7:33. Ooze, good morning to you. Yes, we've got some beauties, man. Edible, perfect example. Called out edible on news at around $4.92. And we just hit $7.46. WISA, W-I-S-A, another one. Watching that at $6.70. The Wolfpack was talking about that. That stock ran to $11.50. Invo, another nice one. From about 127 to 158. And of course, we can't forget AgFi. Nice pump on AgFi after the release from 31.5 to 59. Coming back down now at 44 cents. NMHI. I told you one of those was going to dump and one of them was going to pump. And I didn't know which one. So you just have to watch both of them. VNDA. That's another one that we were watching this morning. Up to 539. We picked that up at 485. $4.85. And we just touched $5.40. Approaching $1 increase since that call. So yeah, we're doing well this morning. And when I say we're doing well, I'm not suggesting that everybody in the Wolfpack is making money. There's some folks that got bad entries on things and they started to dump. So yes, the Wolfpack there's people that are losing some money, have lost some, got in some bad trades this morning. When I say that we're doing well, what I'm referring to is the fact that we have caught and called out some successful runners. Not that everybody gets into those runners, but that at least we had the advantage of catching them, calling them out, and they went really, really nice. Now, who gets in them, who doesn't, that changes every day. Some people get them, some people don't. Some people wait till they're too high and they jump in, they tank. So that's up to each individual trader on how well they do with that. But when I say the Wolfpack had a good pre-market, I'm just saying that we successfully caught some, very low, caught the news when it first came out, presented it to the community, and they were successful runs. Ryan, edible, $5.48 to $7.50. Thanks, Jeff. Best day ever. Love hearing that. Absolutely love hearing that. Chad, out green on edible. Been holding a bag there for a while. Great morning. Nice. That makes me happy, Chad. I'm glad to see you get out of that one if you were holding the bag on it. That always sucks, and it's always such a great feeling when you've got a bag you're holding and all of a sudden that particular stock takes off running. That is always a that's always a beautiful feeling. Ag fee 38 to 57. Nice. I missed the boat again too. Consistently late on all your call outs. Well, like I said before, and I tell you every day, every one of you is welcome to join us on our live stream on the website. Vic made a quick, and when I say these, I'm reading them off of the message thread that we have on the website, where we have our live stream going on the website. The message thread there, our members are commenting on stuff. Vic just posted here, quick $500 on EDBL. Thank you. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. Not even 8:30 in the morning and a quick $500. Gotta love that. And I can't even begin to speculate how much money some of the Wolfpack members have made this morning in dollars. I'm sure there's a few of them that have made some really good cash. So that in of itself makes my day. That makes me feel like everything we're doing is worthwhile. Couldn't be happier with that. And you guys are welcome to take part in that. Please avoid calling them pump and dumps after you motivate everyone to buy. Well, Peter, I do apologize. I didn't realize I was motivating anybody to buy anything. And also, you have to understand if I'm talking up a stock that is starting to run and you're getting in at the beginning of it and it goes up and you make profit, there's nothing wrong with that. If it dumps right after that, is it a pump and dump? Yes. Is it proper to call it a pump and dump? Yes, because that's what it is. But encouraging someone to get in, ride it up, take profit, I don't see that there's anything wrong with that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but encouraging somebody to get into a stock that's running and scalp in some profit there, I think is a pretty noble thing. Nothing but haters and trolls. Unbelievable. Just trolls. Good morning. Look, I've said it. I just said it, and I'm going to say it one more time for everybody in the back row that didn't hear. If news comes out on a stock, if news doesn't come out on a stock, if a stock starts to run and I call it out and say, this stock is running, is that manipulating people into buying it? No. I'm just mentioning the obvious. The stock is running, right? We all see it. We all know it's running. So I'm just stating the obvious. The stock is running. Now, if you jump into it and it runs up and you lock in profit, that's great. I've served my purpose. I've told you a stock is running. You jumped in, you made some money. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you held on to it too long and it tanked and you lost money on it because maybe you jumped in too high and it lost, and then I later say, well, that was just a pump and dump. It went up and down. That's what a pump and dump is. I don't see that as manipulating anybody into buying a pump and dump. There's a big difference, big, huge difference in that. And it's not twisting my words or anything like that. That's ridiculous. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Price action from 6 to 10 on Visa. To me, that was FOMO. That was retail traders just doing the retail trader thing. Price action starts to move. Everybody jumps in. It starts to move even more because of that, and it goes even higher. That creates FOMO. People jump in, and it's just a domino effect of retail traders. And at some point, reality sets in, people start taking profit, and it falls right back down to where it started. Yeah, exactly. Kind of, that's the whole purpose of this, is to catch runners. Reading things off and saying the price. Well, I do appreciate all the support. Do appreciate all the support that you guys have shown and continue to show. Good morning from Iraq. Man, I am spending more time deleting trollers on YouTube than I am trading. I may have to rethink that. Oh, man. All right. Let's get back. Threw me off my mojo. Got my mojo off here. I just hate people running their mouth about something that they're clearly wrong about. They just don't see it. They just clearly have no idea what they're talking about because they haven't followed us long. They're brand new. They don't see the whole picture. And so, anyway. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate all the support. I try to point out runners as quickly as I can. And of course, you guys help out with that. You guys are pointing out runners as well, bringing them to the group. And so it's definitely a group effort to make this possible. Yeah, what was that on Bad Boys? Who's Sanibel, Florida. Are you are you on Sanibel Island? Tennessee. Nice. Yeah, you get reverse stock split plays. Again, it's just retail traders. Condo finally got finished rebuilding. Nice. Well, I try to get over to Sanibel Island quite often. I like going shelling over there. I'll have to let you know the next time I get over that way. Sanibel is rebuilding after the big storm a couple of years ago. It's slow. A lot of condos are still under construction. Some of them, I'm not sure what they're going to do with them. They tore a lot of buildings down. One of my favorite little hotels got torn down and leveled to a parking lot, which was really sad. But once I get my RV, I'll be out camping in Sanibel. And if you're over that way, I'd love to have you visit. BNZI up. Lucy up on news. Lucy, partnership with Windsor Eyes Inc. BNZI popped up. They're signing a 12-month media contract. That popped up a little bit. NRXP. Nothing there. Saidu partners with Orbital Transports. Nothing there. time, reach time. Bob the Fish, Anna Marie Island today. Nice, love that area. Fort DeSoto, yes, I go to Fort DeSoto quite often. That's one of my favorite beach hangouts. Fort DeSoto. I love that beach. I don't know why. You can walk down the beach a ways and get away from a lot of the crowd. A very isolated beach area. I really like Fort DeSoto, and I'm definitely going to camp there once I get the RV. Is there a delay on the website? Yeah, there should be on most days. Most days, there's about a 6-second delay. All right. TikTok wants me to verify my account again here. Yes, I'm in at 91, Ashley. And contemplating getting out. Needs to drop a couple of more pennies, though. Jay, we use all kinds of news sources. I'm using eTrade Pro, using my watch list as a scanner. We've got members. Again, we've got to remember, this is a community of people sharing information. So we've got members that use Bazinga Pro, Momo Scanner, FinViz, eTrade Pro. A bunch of them are popping in and out of like StockTwits, and everybody's grabbing information from a lot of different areas and then bringing it to the group. So as soon as something pops someplace, we know about it, or we try to know about it. We do the best we can. JNVR News. Okay, I don't see a press release on that, but it did pop from $1.10 to $1.60 and back down again. JNVR. I can hear the grandkids outside already. Yeah, Jay, anytime you find any kind of a press release, you see a stock running, don't hesitate to mention it. Don't hesitate to mention it. We all want to hear about it. What was the news on JNVR? I don't have that news. VNDA still climbing up. FRSX granted a patent approval in Japan for an all-weather and lighting conditions vision system. Significant year-over-year growth. Hmm. 766% growth in banking originator signups. 647% increase in credit union originator signups. Wow. That's pretty decent news. Now, this was a Bazinga, I'm going to say Bazinga Pro, but this was a Bazinga press release. So it hasn't even hit my scanner yet. And we'll see how it goes. It pumped up pretty nicely to $1.60. It's back down to 126. Hamad, good morning. CLNN moving up. AG, Lake Worth, Florida. Good to have you with. Where is Lake Worth at? Is that in Central Florida or is that up north? I know I've heard of Lake Worth, Florida. I'm just trying to picture where it's at on the map. I'm in Zephyr Hills, about 45 minutes outside of Tampa. Palm Beach County. Okay, gotcha. Welcome. Good to have you with us this morning. Yesterday, we had over 2,000 people checking out the YouTube channel while we were live yesterday. That was pretty amazing. Liverpool, Texas. Welcome. I was stationed in El Paso, Texas for about a year and a half. Back in the early 80s. At Fort Bliss. Everett, good morning. Spec curling back up again. Let's take a look at AGFY. Going sideways. NMHI did nothing. All right. Now let's go back to our volume board here. Weeza curling back up. Invo pushing up. AGFY going sideways as we just mentioned. VIAO going sideways. Spec starting to curl back up. We managed to pull that up. Back up to 97. Back down to 95 right now. Tilray is up. A lot of runners this morning. JNVR. What do we think is going to happen with that one? Lucy's up a little bit. There are no Zephyrs and there are no hills. My brother was in Fort Bliss in the 80s. I was there in 80, late 81, like real early January, February of 82. Until about mid 83. Still waiting on news, haven't seen anything. Spec back at 93. NBY moving up. Invo taken off. Look at Invo. INVO. Beauty. Nice one. 174. We just hit 177, 178, 179, 180, 182. Invo is on the move. Invo is on the move. We just hit 184. Some of these are going crazy. 180. Invo 182. With any luck, you guys have caught a few of these. We're doing our best to call them out as they take off running so you can go look at them. $184 for a high here on INVO. Yeah, Weeza's having some trouble with volume right now. We got a little spike on volume just ever so briefly, about 8:38 this morning. But then it's been dying off ever since. So yeah, it's having some trouble with volume. It's decreasing minute by minute. It's decreasing. But we saw what happened with this one yesterday in regular trading time, and so I wouldn't discount it just yet, in my humble opinion. We know what it can do. Ian, thank you for calling it yesterday. Hopefully, Ian, I hope you got some of that yesterday. Sounds like you may have. Did you figure out how to make money on TikTok? Oh, you guys asked me about my TikTok thing. About going in and checking my TikTok account to see if there was money in there because we suspected there might be. I did go in and look in the wallet or whatever you call it, and there was $27 in there. Yay, $27. So I am getting rich off of TikTok. Oh, that's funny. $27. What was funny about it is everybody kept saying, you better go look at it, man. You might have a couple $1,000s in there. You could have $10,000 or $12,000 in there. Oh, shoot. Urban's, your OnlyFans is $26? Yeah, I don't think anybody gets too rich off of TikTok. VNDA. Let's take a look. Let's pull up the volume board here. See what we're dealing with here. We just popped up to 564. Not bad, considering we got that at 485. Like to see at least $1 on that one. Yeah. Now I can go get another perfectly cooked steak at Chili's. Yeah, the one guy said I probably had $100,000 in my account. I would venture to say even somebody with 3 or 4 million followers is not making that much money on TikTok. Maybe on another platform, maybe on YouTube or Instagram, maybe. I think they might pay a little higher, but not on TikTok. Gonna catch the SLV squeeze. India. We've got somebody from India with us. Edible climbing back up again. Might get over that 750. Pinky Doll. She makes huge money. Huh. I might have to check that out. Pinky Doll. Tina. I might be able to make a couple of thousand off of feet pics. It still absolutely amazes me and baffles me that people make thousands of dollars, probably tens of thousands of dollars a month selling pictures of their feet. Our society is just our society is screwed. VNDA hit 570. And Brad got in at 515. Invo broke 2. Invo blasting off. Nice. VNDA broke 570. We hit 571. Invo just broke that ever elusive $2 mark. Raise your hand if you're making money on Invo. And that's what it's all about. We just hit, what did we smack? $2.10 on that darn thing. Edible back up over 6 finally. Come on. I want to see that push back to 750. Do you just trade penny stocks? If we categorize penny stocks as anything under $5, which I think is the current consensus, anything under $5 is Wall Street considers a penny stock. No, we don't strictly trade penny stocks. We do trade. Now, me personally, I like to stay under 12. Anything under $12, that's just kind of in my wheelhouse. That's where I like to spend my money, under 12, because I can get more shares if it's under 12. But we call out stuff that's, $20, $50, $120. Anything that's got news on it. Anything that has news is fair game. Ryan, yeah, I would think that the market would like the news on JNVR. I would think the market would like that news. We know that Wall Street likes financials. They're all about financials. How healthy is a company financially? And revenue stream. They love a good revenue stream. and healthy financials. And so I think the market will respond somewhat decently to that news. Todd, 131 to 209 on INVO. Thanks, Jeff, and the pack. Nice. Nice trade, Todd. You trade these before open. Sometimes we hold stocks into open, depending on how strong they're moving in pre-market. But I would say probably 90%, or maybe a little higher than that, of what we buy in pre-market, I sell in pre-market. It's just really a matter of how strong is the news that just came out on this. How strong is the move into pre-market? What's the volume look like? What kind of candle formations are we getting? We take a lot of that and try to make a decision about whether or not to hold it going into the market open. Once in a while, I do hold into open. But most of them, the vast majority of them, the news comes out. We call out the news. We try to jump in shortly after that news comes out, like within a minute. And we ride that momentum of that press release up. And everybody, of course, has got their own profit target on everything that they do, as you well know. So the news comes out, we jump in, we ride it up, and then jump out and lock in profit. That's kind of the process here. And we never know which ones are going to go up 100%, 500%. We never know. So some people get a little spooked, when it gets up to 70% increase and they jump out, lock in profit. Somebody else might have a little bit stronger hold on it and run it up 150 to 200%. Everybody just kind of plays it the way they feel comfortable. Good revenue news on LRHC. LRHC has some good revenue news. Invo at 212 now. Let's see if we can push up 216. All right, we just broke that previous high here in pre-market. I'll use Invo as a good example. Watching this climb and the group talking about this stock at $1.36. And now it's at 216. Nice profit. Call it what you want. You can call that a pump and dump. You can call it FOMO, whatever terminology you want to put on that kind of a run. So be it. But if you're making money on it and you caught that run and you made some decent profit, I think most of our members would say, you can call it whatever you want. I made 45% return on investment. Now, I don't think anybody complains about that. So the term pump and dump gets a bad rep. I mean, it really does get a bad rep. And well deserved, because it burns a lot of people. A stock will take off running for no apparent reason, and you've got a lot of retail that will see it. The problem with most retail on a stock that runs up real nice and then drops, the problem with most retail is they catch that way too late. They catch it when it's already up 80%, 100%. And then they try and jump in and it tanks. And they're the ones that get disgruntled. That's a shit stock and nothing but a pump and dump. It's bullshit. Everybody gets all excited and bent out of shape because it dropped. And it's understandable. If you jumped in too high, you just had a bad entry. It's not the stock's fault. The stock ran 100%. The stock did amazing. The stock did exactly what it was supposed to do. It made money for a lot of people. It's the people that just had bad entries that hate it. I've done it myself. I've jumped in too high and got burnt. I don't blame the stock. I blame myself for just being dumb and getting a bad entry on it and not trading the way I should be trading. So I never hate on a pump and dump. I never hate on any stock that runs up 100% and then tanks, because the stock did its job. The stock did very well. Urban, 11 p.m. Where are you at, Urban? I don't recall. And I can hear the kids, AGFY, reiterating that old press release. I can hear the grandkids out on the porch outside my office already hollering. So I'm going to have my hands full as soon as I open that door. And today, we are doing Busch Gardens. So if you're going to Busch Gardens today, we might run into you. But we're doing Busch Gardens today. And I think the grandkids are going to absolutely love it. They should have a good time. Hopefully we'll wear them out and they'll sleep good tonight. What brokerage account do you use? I use E-Trade as my primary trading account. I do have a Webull account, which I really like. I really like Webull. But I use Webull primarily for real early morning trading, real early. They allow trading at the very start of pre-market at 4 a.m., which is really cool. E-Trade, you can't start till 7. So I like Webull for that reason. So if something's running really hard on some amazing news, I'll use my Webull account and jump in at 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. But otherwise, I try to stick with my E-Trade. They've been good to me. Selection. VIRX, nothing there. Jay, you have a great day, my friend. All right, here's our 9 o'clocks. We're going to give you some freebies today. ABVC. ABVC news. And we've got Octo, OCTO news. Low volume, but news. Let's see. Clicking through the rest of these press releases. Hopefully I didn't hype up those two stocks that I just mentioned too much. I don't want anybody disappointed. I don't know how to I don't know how to mention that a stock has good news on it without sounding happy and excited that there's some good news out on something. So I apologize from the bottom of my heart if I sound excited when I read off a piece of news and you feel like it's manipulating you into buying something. But I'll tell you this, I will never stop being a positive person and a happy person and excited about what I do, thrilled to do what I do, and passionate about what I do. I'll never stop. You can hate all you want. You can say whatever you want about your experience with the Wolfpack, but I'm telling you, I will never stop being upbeat, positive, happy, excited, enthusiastic, and try to motivate people. Not going to happen. All right. I missed it. Good morning, Alice. VNDA confirms rejection of unsolicited takeover proposal from FuturePack. VNDA confirms rejection of unsolicited takeover proposal from FuturePack. So let's see what that does to the stock price. Probably nothing. Let's go back to our volume leaderboard here. INVO. Look at that. We hit 236 on INVO. Visa. What's Visa doing? Visa's trying to curl back up. AgFi. Spec. At 90. Probably going to let this one go before market open on spec. Not liking the price action right now. BY, MGN, VNDA. VNDA coming down hard. Another press release here on VNDA, rejection of unsolicited takeover. Okay, that's just a rehash. CXAI. Nice pushback up on that one, by the way. LGBN, ABVC. ABVC executes a global licensing agreement for the treatment of NSCLC, expecting an aggregate income of $13.7 million and royalties up to $12.5 million. So that's what the news was on that one. Spiked really hard when the news came out, from $1.16 to $1.48, and then tanked. JAGX has got all the volume this morning at 30 million shares traded already this morning. Of course, the biggest reason for that volume is the cheap price. People buy a lot of it when they buy it. INVO coming down. Visa still trying to curl back up. Visa took a little pop there. No, I did not. Emersing, no. ABVC back to 131. Looks like it might be getting a little attention from retail traders here. ABVC. Oh, man. We've had some nice ones this morning. We've had a couple of really nice ones. It was really nice and encouraging to see a lot of the Wolfpack commenting on profits that they were taking on some of these call outs. It's always encouraging. Like to see that. And as always, I'll tell you, if you'd like to join the Wolfpack and be a part of these call outs every morning, like we do, you're welcome to join us on the website, wolfpackcommunity.com. There's a link on my TikTok profile, YouTube, and you're more than welcome to join us over there. ABVC back up to 136 very quickly, but a nice little fall. INVO still pulling back down. AgFi going sideways. VIAO, that was the nice runner this morning, came back down. And VNDA at 544, looks like it's trying desperately to get back over 550. Hello, good morning, LHC 10. Good morning. WLDS upgrades Mac computers. User experience with AI gesture mouse. Huh, interesting. That's on WLDS. Stock is not responding to the news. VFS, class action lawsuit. That definitely is not going to go anywhere. No volume. What are the newest stocks today? Well, gosh, there's been so many of them. We had a beautiful run on Eat Edible, EDBL. Here we got a press release on ALLR. Receives NASDAQ approval. This is on our microfloat list, ALLR. Approved extension to regain compliance with NASDAQ listing rule. So not great news, but the price spiked a little bit on the news. That's all I'm going to tell you. Will it do anything? Who knows? But it is a micro float. Zach Bliss, good morning. ALLR, let me repeat it again, just so in case you missed it. ALLR is on our micro float list. It's trying to pump, but the news, getting an extension from NASDAQ for their listing rule, it's good for the company, but it's not generally the kind of news that's going to make a stock go bananas. It's just not that kind of news. But on the flip side of that, it's on a micro float stock, and you never know what those darn things are going to do. Micro float stocks can go crazy on just the dumbest news. All right, let's go back to our volume board here. Let's see who's running on volume. JAGX, obviously. INVO. 208. Visa. Nothing there. AGFI. VIAO. Nothing. SPEC. All right, I think it's time for me to say goodbye to SPEC. VNDA. At 540. Another press release on them, by the way. They keep putting out the same press release over and over and over. VNDA, come on, push back up. I want to get you back up over get up to about 575. We'll be happy with that one. Let's see, what else? Nothing on the micro float list. Volume-wise, nothing. Edible, trying to push back up. That might get back over 6. Nothing really exciting going on right now. Trying to watch the market for you, and I'm just not seeing a whole lot. Let's see. What does micro float means? It's just a term that we've given a stock that has less than 1 million public float. So it's got like a 650,000 public float. So anything less than 1 million is something that we've deemed as what we call, just for the sake of terminology, we've just call it a micro float. Lets everybody know that it's got an extremely small public float. Because, and why those are important to us, is because those move quickly. They move violently sometimes, especially on a really good press release. Those move violently, $2, $3, $4, $5, and they're really, really incredible. So we have an entire watch list just of micro floats. Look at FRGT popping on news. FRGT selected by Grupo Solov for cross-border logistics services. And it is on the micro float list. So that might be a good one to watch today. We'll see what happens. It's up 18%. It's up to $1.02. Public float, Scott, is the number of shares that are available on the open market to buy and sell. A company issues a certain amount of shares. And let's just say, for the sake of numbers, they issue 20 million shares total. Grand total. That's all the shares that are out there, 20 million. Well, then you have hedge funds buy some. You've got investment banks that are buying them, all of the institutional investors, they buy some of those 20 million. And then you have the insiders, like the company CEO or the company financial officer, people within the company that buy up shares. And so that is the 20 million that the company put out initially. That is their outstanding shares. That's what they call outstanding shares. Then you take away, out of that 20 million, you take away the shares that the institutional investors bought, and you take away the shares that all the insiders bought, and what's left is the public float. That's the amount that's left for the public to buy. So the lower that number is, the faster a stock price generally will move. So we like to see as small a number on that public float as possible. And under 1 million is a really small public float for most stocks. That's a really small float, and those move real quick. Visa back up over 11 bucks. Will it break that high of 11.50? What are you thinking here? Can we break it? Let's see if we can break that 11.50. That would be beautiful. Had some high hopes there for FRGT for just a moment. We shall see. 11.15 now on Visa. Thank you guys for hitting the subscribe button on YouTube. Doesn't cost you a dime to hit the subscribe button. Love seeing you guys on here. You're all welcome. Thank you very much. And TikTok, thank you for hitting the follow button. Really, really, really appreciate everybody hitting that follow button, double tapping that screen, hit that like, and send those hearts flying. Appreciate that. And also a big thank you for getting us over 10,000 followers on TikTok. Really, really appreciate that. Bob the Fish, you're going to Busch Gardens today. So am I. Just got a follow on TikTok from Wolfpack, but it was spelled wrong. Yeah, watch out for the fakes, man. Watch out for those fake accounts. Look at how they spell Wolfpack Community. They'll put like 3 M's in it, or 2 I's, or 2 T's. They misspell it so that they can use it, because they're not duplicating. But it's so close that if you're not paying attention, you'll think it's us. So if you get a follow from a Wolfpack Community, check it out pretty good. It may not be us. And if it's not, you know what to do. You hit that report, and you hit that delete and block. All right. Look at Invo. Invo pushing up. INTZ has a low float. Take a look at that one. INTZ. Well, Visa tried. It got up to 11.29, but didn't quite make it to that 11.50. I really wanted to see that break 11.50. Yes, Sean. Visa. Beautiful run yesterday. That thing was a monster yesterday in regular trading. Just an absolute monster. It's been a beauty all this morning so far. We started watching that thing. Gosh, I think the first time we really got a clue that that thing was going to take off was around $6.78, somewhere in that general range. We saw the green candles starting to form. We saw the volume starting to come in, and had a pretty good idea that that one might run a little bit. And all of a sudden, around 7:25 this morning, boom, off it went on a beautiful run to 1150. Just absolutely incredible. My daughter works there. We get to go for free. Bob the Fish, that is absolutely amazing. That's awesome. I have a annual pass that I bought, so I get in unlimited on that. We're taking the grandkids there today. I won't know you if I see you, but I hope you have as much fun as I hope to. So let's keep an eye out this morning. Definitely keep an eye on our micro floats this morning that have news on them. Now I'm talking about FRGT. I am not telling you to buy these stocks. I am not encouraging you to buy stocks. Please don't start hitting the comments about me telling you to buy something. I am not telling you to buy anything. I do not tell anybody to buy anything. I am not a licensed broker. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I will not give you any kind of brokerage advice, financial advice. All I'm doing is calling out potential runners, just like all of the rest of the Wolfpack is doing. I just happen to be the one on camera doing it. So keep an eye on the micro floats that have news on them this morning. FRGT, ALLR, and EDBL. Again, I'm not telling you to buy them. I'm just telling you to watch them. And if they start to run and you like what you see, do your thing. But I think it's very, very important for me to reiterate over and over and over, I am not a licensed broker. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I will not give you that kind of advice. So don't even ask. Don't ask me, should I get in? Should I hold it? What price should I get in? When should I sell it? That's the kind of advice you get from a licensed broker. If you want to know what price you should get in at, what price you should get out at, how much money you should spend on your position, you need to call a local broker and get professional advice on that kind of stuff. I'm not going to give it to you. I can't give it to you. Legally, I cannot tell you that. So please, if you ask, I'm not going to give you an answer. I'm going to skate around it, and I'm not going to tell you because I can't do that. I want to just make that clear so that nobody thinks that they're being bamboozled into anything. And I know I know that I probably feel like I'm beating a dead horse with this, but you have to remember, we get new viewers every single minute. There's somebody new popping in. Keep that in mind. Not so much on the website, but on TikTok and YouTube, there's new people popping in every minute. There's a bunch of people coming in, and they have not heard me say this. So it's important that I say it a lot. So I apologize, if you've been watching us for a while and you feel like, Jesus, he's saying it again. I apologize, but I have to say it. So anyway, we're going to have fun at Busch Gardens today. And I am not going to buy a $13 hot dog. I can tell you that right now. Will I buy a $10 draft beer? You damn straight I will. You're darn straight. I'd pay 15. If they were 15, I'd pay 15. Not buying a $13 hot dog. We'll get a chicken strip basket and split it. They're small anyway. They don't eat a lot, so we can split a chicken strip basket and be okay. INTZ popping. INTZ is trying to climb up pretty nice. Hopefully everybody was paying attention to that one earlier. Will you help me out with $100? No, I sure won't. Yeah, I probably should make a sign and hang it behind me here on the wall that says, I am not a licensed financial advisor, and I am not a licensed broker. As a disclaimer. Hell, I might do that on the videos. Put a disclaimer on there. Got a lot of runners here this morning. There's lots to choose from, folks. INVO, AGFY, VNDA, CXAI, INTZ. I mean, there is a lot of stuff moving. It'll be interesting to see which ones continue that move going into market open here in 20 seconds. Good luck to everybody. Good luck in your trading. I'm only going to be on here for just a few moments after the open because I've got to get going. I've got grandkids outside that door chomping at the bit to get Grandpa. And I need to go get in line early at Busch Gardens. All right, let's see what's running here. I've got my list sorted by volume, so I've got my volume leaderboard here. Invo up 1.5%. AGFY up 1%. EDBL is up a little bit. Another press release on ALLR announces a public offering of $2. Wow. Talk about dirty. They put out a press release, ALLR. That was one of the micro floats that I told you to keep an eye on it. They put out a press release that they got NASDAQ approval for an extension with their compliance rule 21 minutes ago. And now they just put out another one that they're doing a public offering at $2 each. Therapeutics offering 5 million shares at assumed public offering price of $2. Now the price is $1.58. They're doing a public offering at $2 and the price is $1.58. So what do you make of that? And it looks like they halted edible, EDBL. JAGX, look at that. JAGX is popping nicely. It's up 7% already since the market opened. AGFY up 5. SPEC. SPEC is up 7%. MGAM up 5. GRTX up 4%. HUBC up 6%. Markets are all green so far. So far. The Dow Jones is up 138 points. NASDAQ's up 78. S&P is up 22. SPY is up $2.50 about. XBI is green. Russell 2000 is green. Everything across the board is pretty green right now. But we've got a lot of stocks tanking. A lot of them tanking. A lot of the big volume runners from this morning. Invo pushing up beautifully. Look at Invo go. My gosh. 249. Will it halt? It halted. INVO halted going up. INVO. Halted going up. Beautifully. Up 23% since the market opened 4 minutes ago. Nice move. Beautiful. KAVL moving up. That's on our micro float list. KAVL. Take a look at that one. KAVL. Not a lot of volume on that, but it is popping up a little bit. KAVL. Folks, INVO is up 227% since yesterday's close. That is a good, solid profit. That is a really good. So if you guys got into this yesterday anywhere near closing and you held on through this morning, you're sitting on some pretty good profit on that. Congratulations. That was beautiful if you held on to that. How long will it be halted? Usually 5 minutes. Sometimes 6, but usually about 5 minutes. KAVL, still going. Again, micro float stock, low volume, hard telling where it's going to go. I just want to make sure that you're aware that there is a micro float stock that is moving up a little bit. It's good information to have. All right, a lot of red. HUBC Be interesting to see what happens with INVO. I'm going to have to watch that one on my phone this morning while I'm at Busch Gardens. And hopefully, if the kids get me on the log ride, my phone won't get wet. That would suck. I'll have to put it in a plastic bag, I think. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. And I've got some grandkids to go play with. And I will see you guys bright and early on the website. I'll be here 6:45 sharp, just like always, just like clockwork. TikTok, YouTube, I'll be here at 7:30. 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time in the United States. And I got to say that now because we've got people on YouTube watching us from all over the world, which is really, really cool. I find that really fascinating and very cool. So I'll be on at 7:30 in the morning here, Eastern Time, on TikTok and YouTube. Anyway, you guys have a good day. Good luck in your trading. And I'll be watching Invo from a distance and see how that one does today. So you guys have a good day trading. And remember, it damn sure beats punching a clock.